Olympics, first COVID case in athletes' village piles pressure on IOC. Tokyo, July 17. Reuters, Tokyo Olympics organizers on Saturday reported the first case of COVID-19 at the athletes' village, along with 14 other new cases connected to the games that begin next week, raising fresh doubts over promises of a safe and secure event. The latest cases are a blow to the local organizers and the International Olympic Committee, who have insisted the games will not become a super-spreader event. The Tokyo organizers confirmed that a visitor from abroad working for the Olympics had tested positive in a routine check on Friday. The case at the athletes' village, a 44-hectare site built on Tokyo's waterfront, is particularly worrying as the majority of the 11,000 competitors will be staying there. IOC President Thomas Bach, facing unprecedented opposition to an Olympic stage before it starts, acknowledged the concerns in the Japanese public but urged them to welcome the athletes. "We ask and invite the Japanese people, humbly, to welcome and support the athletes from around the world," Bach told a news conference. Originally intended to showcase Japan's recovery from its 2011 earthquake and nuclear disaster, the Tokyo Olympics has become an exercise in damage limitation. 1/5 members of the Canadian Olympic team stand next to a facility outside the athletes' village, where a person has tested positive for COVID-19, ahead of Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan July 17, 2021. The Japanese public has been wary about hosting the games at all amid a resurgence in new coronavirus infections and worries that an influx of visitors may create a super-spreader event, straining an already stretched medical system. The number of new cases in host city Tokyo, which is in its fourth state of emergency over the virus, has been over 1,000 for 4 straight days. Tokyo 2020 President Seiko Hashimoto also acknowledged the public's concerns. "Organizers must try to make sure that people understand that these games are safe and secure," she told a news conference on Saturday. So far, more than 40 people involved in the games, including Japanese and foreigners, have tested positive for the virus. Toshiro Muto, chief of the Tokyo 2020 organizing committee, said on Saturday officials were working on the assumption that there would be positive COVID-19 cases. A key part of the anti-contagion measures is daily saliva testing of the athletes who take part, as well as frequent testing of others involved in the event. Visitors' movements are also due to be monitored and restricted. But in a sign that the organizers were already finding rules difficult to enforce, Ugandan weightlifter Julius Sikatolako went missing from his team's training site in Osaka on Friday. Authorities are still looking for him, according to games organizers. Media reports said he left behind a note saying he wanted to stay and work in Japan, as life in Uganda was difficult.